Hi Pisces, my name is Audrey Alison. Thank you for joining me for your August 2015 forecast for the month. I'm very happy to be here, and thank you for tuning in, for subscribing and liking and sharing this channel. I appreciate all the support on this business venture, so really thank you so much for your loyalty. I have a brand new deck that I've retrieved from the French Quarter of New Orleans. I had another visit this month, and this one jumped right out into my bag, the Morgan Greer Tarot deck by Bill Greer. The illustrations are amazing, and I've got several goodies from the quarter that I'll be introducing over the next few months as far as new tarot decks and some treats. But let's get to the forecast. This is a very busy month, and we have some major shifts happening with Jupiter going into Virgo. But let's start the top of the month with an aspect that I highlighted, that I noticed. This is regarding Jupiter in Leo on the 3rd of August, squaring up to Saturn at an exact 28 degrees. Saturn is officially direct at 28 degrees of Scorpio. So this square affects your 6th house of routine and health, and the 9th house of education and faraway travel or philosophies, religion, spirituality. How this could apply, a square is tension. It's not a harmonious aspect. So you might find that Jupiter wants to expand the knowledge regarding the health, and maybe you're resisting this. Maybe you're not really interested in reading up on what it is you need to do to maintain the physical self and the internal self. Don't make any rash decisions on the 3rd. Allow this energy to be there. On the same day, we're having a grand water trine. I'm not used to saying grand water trine because usually it's all about the fire that we've had in the last year. But we're making a shift. And Mars in Cancer in your 5th house of children and romance and creativity, and this Saturn direct in Scorpio in the 9th house of learning, and the moon will be in Pisces in your 1st house on the 3rd. So this is just literally a 24 hour to 48 hour energy exactly, but it will remain, it kind of gives the energy for the whole month, because a water trine, once it forms, creates this very nebulous and dreamy and psychic and intuitive energy that to follow. So really, regarding your children and your personal romances, there's some intuitive information that you can gather on the 3rd. Again, not a great time for action, for taking action, but just being aware. You can calmly download some information on that day. The 9th house of foreign travel, where Saturn is now direct for you, he'll be soon entering the 10th house of career next month. But he's ending up, he's finalizing with that retrograde this area of the 9th house for you. Depending on your natal charts, please watch your rising sign. Your ascendant sign is actually more accurate for transits, so please watch them. But you could feel like you're closing up the sector of the 9th house, in that you've learned something outside of your normal either location or outside of your normal philosophy. Maybe you had to take a leap somewhere in your belief system that needed to be switched up somewhat, which is fine, because as you age through life, you don't believe the same thing you believed when you were 1. You grow, you have to grow and flow with the changing tides, the changing energy. On the 7th of August, Mercury makes his switch into Virgo. He loves this because he rules Virgo. It's the 2nd sign he rules after Gemini. And this is all about details, analysis, communication in the 7th house of marriage, of the others, partnership, business partnerships, relationships if you're in one. If you're not, Mercury in the 7th, you could hear from people, not necessarily from the past. If it were a retrograde, yes, but this is a great aspect for connecting online, for taking that leap to reach out to someone. Mercury has 20 days here in the 7th house, so your communication flow with your partner will be excellent during that time period. He transits again on the 27th, so take advantage. If there's anything you need to say, to express, that's a beautiful time in your relationship. On the 8th of August, Mars makes his transit out of Cancer into Leo. So he'll meet up with Jupiter just briefly before Jupiter transits. And Venus is also in Leo. So the 6th house of health has both the male and female energies of planets, Venus and Mars, and the expansive energy of Jupiter. You could find that your health becomes your focus. With Mars there, there's a lot of energy for working out, expelling a lot of sweat and heat and energy. Take advantage of that as well. Mars is drive and stamina and will and determination. In your 6th house of Leo, daily routines, handling the errands effortlessly, getting the physical routine in order. A personal trainer that's a male might actually benefit you due to the Mars energy, that masculine energy. You might really respond to that right now. And with Jupiter there, just for that little period of time, the energy of Jupiter, just when he transits, it doesn't mean it just shuts off. Jupiter's glow will remain the afterglow in Leo, giving you some optimism in that sector, giving you the faith and belief, which is Jupiter, that you can handle the task of getting the health regimen in order, whether that's the diet, because the 6th house of that could apply, diet, and whatever it is you feel the need in order to better the body, and ultimately the soul, the spirit, the mind. When the body is in good shape and flexible and limber, everything else follows. Now, Jupiter makes his annual transit, okay? July of last year, July 18th, I believe, he entered Leo. Well, now on the 11th of August, he enters Virgo. So he'll be there for 13 months in this 7th house of marriage. That's an amazing aspect or placement. Amazing transit. The 7th house of business partnerships. The 7th house of the others, significant others. And the 7th house of hidden enemies. But Jupiter, being so lucky, being so opulent, expansive, abundant, happy, jovial, faithful, optimistic. This does wonders for people already in marriages, because it makes you feel like you are in exactly the right place if you haven't felt that way. It also can expand the energy of the relationship. But for those of you looking now for a marriage partner, not a 5th house of dating, this is like commitment energy. And for those of you looking, this 13-month period of time, Jupiter is going to do his best to align you with the correct person. So make sure you have not someone's exact name in mind. Don't be as forceful as to making sure it has to be this person at this time. They have to be this particular shade. You can't be that specific. Jupiter's actually going to line you up, though, with what matches you. What is mirroring your soul right now? What reflects you? Because that's what you're getting. You're going to get exactly what you're putting out. So make sure you are very optimistic and believe in yourself, because then you'll be thrown a partner who will believe in themselves and then ultimately believe in the relationship. That's what success is in a relationship. Okay, so on the 14th of August, the new moon is here at 21 degrees of Leo in this 6th house again, where it will be conjunct Mars, the Sun, and Venus. Now, Venus has been in Leo forever, for a while. Let's see, about a month and a half, and then retrograded, and will retrograde through the 6th of September, but remains in Leo through the 8th of October. So it's quite a while. This new moon in the 6th is excellent for setting your intentions on the protection of your health and your wealth. The daily work, the daily grind, the daily routine, and the 6th house of health. You've got some beautiful changes happening there for you, and you might be really inspired to get things in order. There might be a need for order. Virgo naturally rules the solar 6th house in astrology, and Virgo is the most analytical, detailed, doesn't, not very lighthearted when it comes to having to manage the tasks. Similar to Capricorn and Saturn, the taskmaster is master energy. Virgo in the 6th, really needs to get things handled, but your new moon has that kind of energy. So you'll be very able to handle the tasks thrown at you. On the 23rd, the Sun enters Virgo in the 7th house, conjunct Jupiter now, also conjunct Mercury. So your 7th house of relationships. I can't wait to get to the cards and see what's going on because I can't get them out of my hand. I have this brand new Morgan Greer deck, and we're going to get to it, but there's just a few more placements I wanted to discuss. Wherever the Sun is, that's where the life force is. That's the most power. This is your 7th house of partnerships. For those of you looking for a person to go into business with, this is the time frame where that can happen, especially these 30 days. On the 27th, Mercury makes the 2nd transit, 20 days after he moved into Virgo, into Libra. This is the 8th house of intimacy and sex. So what's happening here is Mercury is giving you the communication skills and the analytical skills to discern the partnership in the 7th, then preparing you for the intimacy aspect of that on the 27th through half of September. So communications in the bedroom, communications about property, moving in together, figuring out who owns what, shared resources, who's paying what bills. A lot of you Pisceans are taking the next step. Once you meet someone, you might be moving in very quickly. You might be figuring out whose responsibilities are whose in that relationship. On the 29th, we have our full moon at 6 degrees of Pisces. This is your full moon in the 1st house, bringing in awareness. After all of these pieces have gotten aligned, now you're able to sit back with the full moon, quiet solitude, rest in the 1st house, becoming aware, listening. Something can be seen that needs to be seen and readjusted for September according to the 1st house of the body, of the self. You might make some adjustments, and I just got this. I know this is super personal, but you might be adjusting birth control, and you might be adjusting this relationship that you're in and what you need to do for yourself, the body, in order to maintain this flow. Let's get to the cards to see what they say. But I also want to tell you guys, for those of you interested, I will be doing another radio show at Goddess Alive Radio, where I'll be taking callers on August 9th. And you have to go to themotherhouseofthegoddess.com, themotherhouseofthegoddess.com. I would check that site out anyway because it's amazing. And closer to August, the beginning of August, you'll see some details regarding my online show. So I just wanted to let you guys know that, because I know that it's free, and if you call in early enough, you get a tarot taster reading with me right there on the radio. I had a blast with that last month, so they asked me to come back, so I'm going to do it. Okay, and also if you'd like to book with me, I'm at audreyalison.com all through the week. I appreciate your support. Let's get to the cards. Wait till you see the illustrations on these. They're fabulous. Okay. Pisces. Ooh, the Queen of Cups. Of course it is. The water sign. This is you. Look how beautiful. And I love how the illustration goes right to the edge. There's no border. It's just, here's the art all the way to the edge of the card. Okay, so intuition. Pisces, the water female. Gorgeous card. Using your quiet time. The Hangman. Rest. Literally. Hang tight. Be still Be still and know that I am. Okay? This phrase is very spiritual. It comes from, be still and know that I am God. Just be still and know that all things are flowing in the direction that they should for you. Oh, wow. The moon, this is your card. Ooh, I have the chills everywhere. I wonder if you could see them standing up. Okay, so you have the Queen of Cups, very psychic card, represents Pisces. The Hangman, the 12th house, where the full moon is just coming out of into the first, to that awareness. And then Pisces card, psychic ability. These are very intuitive cards, Pisces. Full moon is also emotion. You want to watch the grand water trine? Okay, thank you. They're telling me about all of that water in the top on the 3rd. You don't have to be reactive that day. That's just downloading day. That's the day where all the information trickles down. Now the last card, Queen of Rods. Here's some fire. Here's a female who can help you out in business. This woman takes action. Now, you don't have any action, but I don't think this is referring to you. This is, to me, I immediately felt this is a fire sign female, perhaps someone in the 7th house of business partnerships. Could be a rising sign fire. I don't really want to say the moon is fire. That's too much. I feel like it's either literally a fire sign female or really strong fire sign rising female. There could be something very creative happening here with all of the water, with all of the intuitive feelings. She could come into play with Mercury as well, coming to you with ideas and drive and ambition. And no, Mars going into Leo is a time where this woman could take action. Maybe you're starting up a creative business, your own entrepreneurial energy. But for those of you who aren't, this could be Mars in the 6th house, the physician, the woman who takes action regarding the health. A female coming into your life to maintain the physical goals, your desires in the 6th house. This could apply to you gaining strength as well to really focus on what needs to be done in the 6th house. But the first cards are really about psychic ability and really representative of Pisces. I mean, this is your card. And also this is, one of the most intuitive cards next to the High Priestess. This energy is all about what you're receiving. So pay attention in August. This is a great one. The full moon on the last day, on the 29th, will really settle you in and bring a full awareness into what you really need to focus on for September. Well, thank you so much, Pisces. I'm glad that you joined me, and I will see you next month. My name is Audrey Alison, and I'm wishing you a beautiful, sweet day. Thanks. Bye.